Sunday morning and I am off to the gym. Don't tend to come to the gym on a Sunday, but we leave here in just over 2 weeks, and I set myself a target recently of hitting 200 kilograms on the leg press. And I hit, at the beginning of this week, I did 160, which was really good. Really happy with that. I did like 4 reps, so I probably could have actually done higher. But yeah, I just got up this morning and I was like, I want to go to the gym today. I am at a place in my cycle where I do have more energy and more strength. And yeah, I know that after here, we are going to be making our way to start to head back to the UK. Charlie is most likely going to fly and visit a country that we are potentially interested in settling down a bit longer term, whilst Shadow and I pop back to the UK. We've got to get some bits done on the car, and I always set myself a rule that I will always go back to the UK once a year to see my family. I do have a very big family, and a lot of them are at the age or health that they can't fly. So yeah, I'm going to go back, and I was going to do it on my own, and Shadow was going to stay with Charlie like he did last year, but we were just feeling like, one, the Airbnbs up of Europe, so where we were looking in sort of Germany and Netherlands, were much higher price than what they usually are. Bearing in mind it will be for August as well, so in Europe it's obviously peak season for travel. And yeah, Shadow's had a few little things with his weight and his body recently, and I really want to get him checked out. And in the UK we have a great holistic vet, and as of yet I've been doing some research, but I haven't seen a holistic vet in Europe area. And this vet just knows Shadow, and my mum and things really would love to see Shadow, so Shadow's gonna come with me. It doesn't really make much difference to me and my journey. There's a couple of things that we do have to just take into account, like when they go back to the UK they have to have had their, Shadow's got a pet passport, so we got that in 2023 when we went to Portugal. I took him in to get his checkup to come back to the UK, and they were like, would you like a pet passport? And I didn't even have a clue what a pet passport was, because at the time we were from the UK and they didn't do pet passports anymore, so I didn't really know what it was. I didn't really know that it was even an option that I could get one, but it was super cheap and it lasts him his whole life, or until it runs out, depending on how many pages you use. So yeah, we got that, and yeah, so I've done this process with going back to the UK with him before, and I've spoke with his lady that he used to go to doggy daycare, and he's going to go there a couple of days. I'm going to book him in to see his holistic vet, and just a few little things like that. So I'm actually really looking forward to it. I definitely know that there is always some apprehension, because a couple of reasons. One, I'm going back to the UK. Just put very simply, UK is an amazing place. It also does have a lot of memories. It has a lot of energy. There is a lot that goes on there, and that obviously brings a little bit of apprehension. Of course, not being with Charlie as well. We, throughout our whole time of being together, nearly 14 years now, we've had, I would maybe say, 6 occasions or so where we have had actual time apart. And that means not just having a couple of nights here and there, but we actually spend let's say more than a week apart. And if you don't know Charlie and I, we have a relationship where we do a lot together. We do spend a lot of the time together, We just work really well together. We are both quite homebodies, I think you'd call it, where we like our home space. We are very similar in that sense, but then every so often having that time apart is always so helpful, and every time we've done it, it's done nothing but bring us so much closer together. Usually after the first night or so, we are very much missing each other, but very happy for the space and really looking forward to being back together and things like that. So I know how much this is going to just in general support our relationship, because it always does, and I'm looking forward to it. But that does bring a little bit of apprehension with going back to the UK on my own, because, or just being anywhere really on my own for a long period of time, because Charlie is the protector, he is the leader, he guides this relationship, and not having that in the physical space, even though we will be talking all the time and that's just how we work, there is still that little bit of apprehension, and then I will be going back and staying most likely at my mum and my stepdad's. They're amazing. They are, when I went there last time, they loved having me there. They're doing everything for me. They're cooking me dinner every night. They're just really happy to have me back, and they feel the same about Shadow. They're very excited to have him. I mentioned about going to stay in an Airbnb, and they were like, no, you're not staying in an Airbnb. You're coming to stay with us. So I know that that's going to be really nice. I'm not going to be on my own. I'm going to have that company. It's my old house. But of course that does bring a little bit of apprehension as well, because I do live a very different style of life compared to what they live, and obviously having Shadow, he's very easy, but it is somebody else or something else in a small place, and I think that it brings that little bit of apprehension. But overall I'm really looking forward to it, and I know that there's going to be so many lessons, so much growth, so much teaching coming from going back into that environment of being in the UK. So I am really looking forward to it. I'm so looking forward to seeing certain people, and just making memories. Like the weather, who knows what the weather's going to be like. It's the UK, but the weather's been amazing recently for the UK. So I'm hoping for some at least dry weather, so that we can just really get out. I'm really looking forward to getting into some nature with Shadow. That was another reason for me wanting to take him back, because in the UK we'd have our walks and he would be out in nature all the time, and I feel fully safe taking him to all these places, whereas when we're traveling Europe, not that I don't feel safe, I wouldn't say that safe is the right word. Should I go here or should I go a bit further down? Go a bit further down. I wouldn't say that safe is necessarily the right word, because I do feel really safe in these countries. These European countries are great, but there's just something that is, when you still don't know the country, you have a lot of stray dogs and stuff in these countries, so it does bring that little bit of apprehension and just that need to be a little bit more aware, a little bit more on the ball, a little bit more focused. It's places I don't know. I don't think, and I haven't as of yet, gone into a woods or a forest or mountains or something like that on my own with Shadow, whereas in the UK I would do that. Would I do that now? We'll see. But I definitely would feel that more safety, because it's my home country. I speak the language. I know a lot of these places and things like that. So I'm really looking forward to the experience that's going to come next. And that's one of the reasons for wanting to go to the gym today, is because I really want to make sure that I know traveling always knocks things out of flow a little bit. Of course, you're on the road. We will have a fairly long drive. I don't know if we're going to stop off on the way or just solidly hit one drive until we decide what airport Charlie's going to go from, if he goes on a plane. So yeah, I do know that can make me feel a little bit off and a little bit irritable and a little bit like not fully with it. So I want to make sure that right now I am doing everything I can to feel the best in my body, to prepare my body in the best way, and just to make the most of being out in Serbia as much as I can. You know, going to these gyms, meeting people, speaking to people. I'm gonna go and get some groceries after, and also just making sure that I'm having time to myself as well, because especially as a woman who loves to serve her man and really loves to be that nurturer and that provider in the home for anyone, whether that's Shadow, whether that's Charlie, whether that's anyone else that comes around, I also have to remember to like really pour into myself as well, and sometimes I can like really forget that. So that's something that I'm really leaning into at the moment and remembering. So it's another reason for me coming to the gym today. So yeah, gonna go get a good workout in, have a good sauna session, sweat, detox, see what the rest of the day brings. Do you know what I love so much about coming to these countries? Is when you're like walking on the street, apart from of course some driving on the other side of the road and like certain signs being in certain languages and things like that, on the whole you wouldn't really know that you're in a different country. And that might not make too much sense right now, but what I mean by that is it doesn't matter the language you speak, it doesn't matter the passport that you hold. It's like these countries are all so similar. Like, you see road signs that you see in all these different countries, of course. You see shops, you see restaurants, the cars. Like, of course there are parts of it, like the steering wheels are on the other side of the car and stuff like that, compared to ours from the UK. But I'm just like walking along this road, about to go over to my gym, just over there, and it's like, I could be in the UK right now. I could be in America right now. I could be in Spain right now. I could be in any of these countries. Of course, weather is one thing, but yeah, it's just like, I remember having so much anxiety of what it would be like going to these countries, and how can I still go to the gym, and how can I get my food, and how can I do this, and how can I do that? And the reality is, it's so simple because they all run the same. Have a translator if you need it, like I do on my phone, but on the whole, all these countries are so similar. There is not much difference. Of course, every place in each country comes with different energy. There are some parts that feel better, there are some parts that feel like a little bit scarier, there are some parts that feel a little bit more dangerous. There's so many different things like to take into account of it, but on the whole, when you look at like Earth and all the countries, they are all so similar. And it's such an empowering feeling when you are just walking in the middle of town in Novi Sad. You don't speak the same language as basically the majority of people here, and yet you still just get on and get everything you need and live your life the same way that you would if you were in a country where you did really speak the language. And I just think that's amazing. I think that is something that really allows you to see how much freedom there actually is in this world, and how many places that there are to visit, and how just because you go and travel, it doesn't mean that your life has to completely change. There are certain parts of it that aren't the same, but you can keep the base structure. Every country has gyms, every country has butchers, every country has supermarkets, every country has cash machines, like all these little things that you might use. It's it's an empowering feeling. Travel, get out there, see the world, and move your body. So I am at the big shopping centre. They've actually got two of them. I think the other one's called Big Fashion in Novi Sad. I like this one because it's outside, it's so easy to park, there's loads of space, there's no like barriers. You've got a shopping centre over there, then you've also got like all these outside shops as well. They've got some great restaurants here as well. There's just over right in the corner over there's one called Brunch, and they have great internet, like really good internet, and also really good food as well. And then we went to another one the other day over there next to the cinema. I can't remember what it was called now, but again, they were really good food. We went there more for like breakfast, and that was really nice. Yeah, it's just really nice little shopping area here. There is the pet shop, so that is where I go in to get Shadow's raw food. It's been so helpful that they have raw food already done. So that is there. And then the other side of these, you've just got some more shops, like a supermarket, which I'll go to after. But right now I am heading down to the shopping centre, because in the shopping centre they have a supplement store. There's not that much in there, especially because a lot of it has fillers and things like that in it, and I'm really cautious of, you know, if you're putting supplements in your body, you want to make sure that the supplements are not also full of crap. There's so many supplements nowadays, and yeah, it might have whatever you might want. Like I'm looking to restock my lion's mane, so there might be lion's mane, but then what else is in there with it? So I'm going to go in here and hopefully get some supplements. That place Loft, we got a takeaway from there once. That was really good. I had this like pizza, and like it was just so small but tasted like so amazing. Like the dough was incredible, and they gave this like beautiful tomato sauce with it. Really recommend it there as well. And they've also got things like H&M and stuff here, so you do see a lot of the shops that you see like in the UK, you also see all in these countries as well. They're all quite similar. So I'm gonna go in here now, hopefully it's aircon, and get some supplements. Okay, supplements received. I got them. I didn't get the lion's mane that I was after, but I did get the glutathione and another liver cleansing one that we've been taking, that we've now run out of. And now I have just drove round to this other section. So here, I'll show you up here, we have like Decathlon, huge Decathlon. And yeah, just some other little shops, and I'm gonna go down to the supermarket, which is just over there. So I'm gonna cross over safely and get over to the supermarket and go and see what they've got. They do like a really nice, there's like a little organic section over here, which I really like. So I'm gonna see if I'm able to get some of our good organic veg that I like to stock up on, and fruit. Yeah, that is a supermarket in there, and I'm gonna go down here. But yeah, it's great to have everything in like such close proximity. It's like really easy to get into, it's really easy to park. It does look like it's very busy inside, but it is a Sunday today, so I wouldn't expect anything less. But this is called Maxi, and I'm gonna go in and see what I can achieve from this shop. Okay, little result right here. I wanted to pop into a little coffee shop to get Charlie probably a coconut milk iced coffee, because it's very, very hot today and he's at home, and obviously I've been out, and I was like, I'm gonna drive past the coffee shop and just see if I can get a space. It's always super busy, as you can probably hear right now. right in the centre of Novi Sad, and I literally got a space right opposite. I was driving, I was like, yeah, there might not be any spaces, and I saw one. I was like, well, whiz straight in it, and yeah, was very happy about that situation, because now I can walk over and surprise him with a nice dairy-free iced coffee. And if they've got anything else in there, I don't know if they will, but that is what I'm doing. And yeah, really, really, really happy about that, because yeah, parking in Novi Sad is not for the light-hearted, that's for sure. People are crazy drivers here. To be fair, all in the Balkans they drive pretty crazy. I'm going to go into Coffee Dream just there, because I know that they do like coconut milk and stuff like that, so really good for him not having any dairy. And then we'll take it home to him and surprise him and continue with our day.